In this session, I've focused on religion as a source of political conflict. That focus is typical when studying politics, which political scientist Harold Lasswell described as conflict over who gets what, when, and how. Yet conflict is not the only story to tell about religion in the United States. The violent religious episodes that in recent decades have rocked many countries, from Northern Ireland to Nigeria to Iraq to Pakistan, are rare in the United States. It's not that they don't happen. In the aftermath of the terrorist attacks on U.S. soil on September 11, 2001, the FBI recorded a sharp spike in Muslim-related hate crimes, including beatings, arson, and several killings. But the frequency and scale of such incidents is not anything like that found in many parts of the world. Now why, apart from America's law enforcement system, is that the case? In their book, American Grace, How Religion Divides and Unites Us, scholars Robert Putnam and David Campbell provide us one of the answers. They conducted a multi-year study, interviewing and re-interviewing several thousand Americans to assess the part that religion plays in their lives. Putnam and Campbell found that most Americans have two or more close friends and at least one extended family member of a different faith. Such relationships were found to promote religious tolerance. Even new friendships with people of a different religion were found to lead to greater acceptance of that religious faith. Such interactions are common in the U.S. because of its religious diversity. America is divided among so many religious denominations that contact with individuals of other faiths is unavoidable for most people. The situation is different in countries where religious faiths are separated by geographical location or social arrangements. In those cases, there's less mixing of religions. The effect can be an in-group, out-group mentality that breeds religious hostility. That's true even of the 10% or so of Americans who live in tight-knit religious communities. Putnam and Campbell found them to have relatively high levels of religious intolerance. Putnam and Campbell's findings are supported by a recent Pew Research Center survey. Poll respondents were found to have a more positive opinion of another religion if they knew someone who practiced it. It's a reason that the religions, Islam, Buddhism, and Hinduism, of many of America's newer immigrants are viewed less positively than long-established U.S. religions. Fewer Americans know someone who practices these religions. The Muslim religion ranked lowest in the Pew survey, reflecting its association in some Americans' minds with terrorism. But even that reaction is diluted by social interaction. The Pew survey found that Americans who personally knew a Muslim had a significantly higher opinion of Islam than those who did not. There's an old saying in America, familiarity breeds contempt. That might be true in some areas of life, but it's not true when it comes to religion. It's also not true when it comes to politics. Studies show that Americans who frequently interact with people of the other party and who are frequently exposed to both sides of political debate hold more moderate political opinions than those who are politically isolated. A recent New York University study found that to be true also of virtual interaction. Facebook and Twitter users in politically diverse networks tend to hold more moderate political views than those who are not. Alexis de Tocqueville, the French observer who wrote about American society in the 1830s, was one of the first to note the importance of social interaction. For Tocqueville, democracy was a social condition, as well as a political condition and a legal condition. Tocqueville wrote, "If men are to remain civilized, the art of associating together must grow."